10.05, Madam Superintendent, and we do have a public input card.
We do, and this is regarding the 2-mile walking distance for transportation. This is commonly known as courtesy busing.
Okay, and we want to get it.
And I'm going to ask Mr. Will Davis and Mr. John Davis to please
He
come.
estimated that the cost of transporting students on an average basis within 2 miles of school is about $151 per student.
Bottom line, board members, we have potential savings of $648,000 because we courtesy bus in areas that we do not get funded for. That is something that cannot be ignored. We have to discuss that, and that's why it's on the table. I also believe that in some of these instances, like in Treadway, the question was asked, well, it would make sense that if we provided the crossing guard, we'd get a significant savings. In the case of Treadway, that is. In the other cases, no, it would not, but the fact
decisions are going to have to be made. Now, if we are at a point that we can have a balanced budget and not have to look at any of this for this coming school year, okay, but are we going to be here again next year because there's no indication that there's going to be additional funding coming from other places. And so at some point I say, how long are we going to kick that can down the road and then be in a situation that we have no other choices? And I know we're having a discussion, and that's why I bring this up. I would like to, I mean, our students are first and foremost, and we must keep them safe. Parents also have a responsibility.
Said about it falls back on the parent. My kids did not, I mean, they were more to the high school, it was 5 miles. But all the way through high school, I drove all 4 of them. To whatever school they were in, I drove them to school. So I was the responsible party. They never rode a bus. So a lot of this does come back on the parent. And I know, and it's just like taking something away from a child. It's something they've had all these years.
Are you definitively saying to staff and to me that you want us to notify, are we making a definitive statement that we're no longer doing courtesy busing and that I need to send or put together a letter to notify parents of these 4,300 students? Are we going to that length and to notify the municipalities that there's sidewalks needed for Lake Mineola High School, there's crossing guards needed at these locations? Are we saying that? Are we taking action?
I was waiting for your recommendation.
And I don't know that I've heard everybody speak to it.
I think you have. Okay. All 5 of us have.
But Mr. Mathias has something else.
I'll be
Mathias always
definitive.
has.
This is where the tick comes in. I say that we stop courtesy busing, period. It is $600,000 in the story for me. So, yes. Stop courtesy busing.
I would agree to stop the courtesy busing.
I'd like to recommend that the board stop courtesy busing within the 2-mile and that a letter be sent to parents notifying of the decision and to the municipalities where sidewalks are needed and crossing guards.
And the county.
And the county.
You've heard the superintendent's motion, recommendation. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Mathias. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Deilander. Any further discussion? Okay. Without further comment, and I didn't mean to put more pressure on you or anyone else on the board, all those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, it was a unanimous vote.
Thank you very much.
Let them eat cake.